Hi, Align. Today I'm going to do a teaching on it's not personal and its connection to understanding and compassion. To do this, I'll go to a dream I had. I tend to now have a lot of my practices in mindfulness happen in dreams. And the dream that I had was about my brother. And something happened where I think we're playing cards or something like that, something insignificant. And I could feel kind of some agitation in him. And I could feel myself starting to get a little upset towards him. Like, why is he mad at me? And I didn't like it. But there was some time in that dream where someone started to talk about, hey, like what happened today on the tennis court? And I didn't know he had played tennis. And he had said that this big light that was lighting up the court came down on him and it likely would end his tennis career. Now, of course, my brother is not a famous tennis player at all right now. This is just a dream. But in that moment where I understood that something had happened to him and that, of course, he wouldn't want to be playing cards right now. He's probably injured. He probably feels horrible that his career has ended. In that moment where I understood why he was feeling the way he was, and it wasn't personal. It wasn't about me. It was about where he was, what had happened to him. In that moment, I didn't take it personal at all anymore. That just let go naturally because I was in a feeling of understanding and compassion. So I know it can be very abstract, that idea of it's not personal, but if we can start to connect it to asking the question, what is that person going through? What must they be going through, especially if they're agitated or angry, that would be so irritating to them? What must they be going through? When we can start to ask that question and start to look to understand them, it will naturally start to switch us to that compassion. And when we switch to resting in that compassion, we will naturally not take it personally. So the next time you're starting to feel irritation come up, and for me, especially when it's family, because, I love my family so much that it can trigger my deepest insecurities when I feel they're agitated or agitated towards me. Because I don't want them to be, I want them to like me. I want them to love me. So those little triggers can be there, but if we can quickly switch to understanding and compassion, anything that we were taking personally will release. So I hope this teaching will be with you today, that it's not personal, and may you rest in deep understanding and compassion.